it's Dr. Lisa with the Pet Butler team here from home. This is a special edition of our wellness series, and today we're going to be talking about how to pet sit a dog that may be experiencing separation anxiety. So we're going to go over ways to identify dogs that may have separation anxiety, what you can do as their pet sitter to help alleviate some of that stress, and then some tips that you can share with the pet owners so that they can make their departures an easier transition and help us all get through this difficult time. So let's get started. Now, as a pet sitter, you've got a big responsibility coming into a home. Hopefully it's not for the first time, and meeting a dog that may be having a difficult transition with their owner heading back into the workplace after what's been almost a year of spending time at home. So they've been used to the constant attention, maybe more frequent walks, lots of cuddles and snuggles. And now that they may be spending a lot of time by themselves during the day. So dogs that have separation anxiety, it takes stress to a different level. So these dogs are really panicked, and usually it involves being away from their person. So dogs that have isolation issues, they may be distressed because everybody's gone. Dogs with separation anxiety are really strongly bonded to one particular person, and their departure is really making them a wreck. So we may see this more often in dogs that are used to being in shelters, or that may have had some traumatic experiences with separation in the past, or really any dog that's experiencing a change in their daily routine. So that's certainly going to affect a lot of pets as we transition into kind of a normal situation again this year, now that vaccines have become more available, and hopefully we start to see viral load decrease and people heading back to work. So dogs that have separation anxiety are going to be pacing. They may be drooling. So when you get to the home, you may find a big wet spot on the carpet. It may also be that the dog is eliminated in the house, and this can happen with pets that have been left alone for 10 minutes to an hour. It doesn't have to be an all-day situation. So that's how it differs from dogs that have been incompletely housebroken. It can happen immediately because they're stressed. Dogs may be whining or howling. They may be pawing at the ground. Some dogs won't eat if they're extremely distressed. Other dogs are destructive, so you may see them, chewing at the cage bars, chewing on baseboards, or otherwise causing damage throughout the house. So that's how it differs from ordinary pups that are just maybe a little bit anxious. They're really doing some harm with no consideration for what that means to their physical being or pain that they may be experiencing. What can you do as a pet sitter? I usually like to have a toolkit in my bag that's filled with really high value treats. So maybe that's freeze-dried liver or salmon, maybe it's rotisserie chicken, something that's going to distract the pet and maybe allow me to handle them in kind of a low stress way. So approaching them underneath the chin versus reaching over the head, allowing me to slip the leash over their head so that we can go on a nice walk. A lot of times physical exercise and even mental stimulation is going to really reduce anxiety in these dogs. So if we can get them out for a nice romp, if the weather is too cold, you can hide treats around the house and play a game of hide and seek. There are lots of little kibble puzzles that they can engage into and help to stimulate that brain. That really will reduce the overall level of anxiety. So anxiety tends to compound throughout the day and really escalate. So if there's a lot of outside noise, UPS truck making deliveries can cause pets to become anxious and hyperstimulated. Children, running home from school and shouts and loud noises outside can be really stimulating to pets. So a lot of times I'll drop the blinds. White noise machines or even a TV or radio set at a low buzz can help to drown out some of that outside noise and reduce stress and anxiety for pets. The other thing that you can do is really encourage owners to play a part in setting up their pet for success by getting them accustomed to using a crate or being isolated in a room where they're safe. So you can provide a high value treat like a Kong toy stuffed with peanut butter or squeezed cheese. And that helps that pet to associate, again, that crate with something really positive. So each time that they go into the crate, they're not anxious, they're not fearful, they're not anticipating something bad happening. They're really ready for something fun and exciting like that Kong to be delivered. Pet owners can also leave that crate open throughout the day and encourage their pets to go into it even when the owner is home. So sometimes I'll ask owners to feed their pet in the crate, and that can again form a positive association with the crate. So lots of practice and uncoupling some of the triggers or the cues that pet owners may unintentionally do each morning, whether that's jangling the keys or setting off the coffee maker or starting up the shower. All these things, if they're part of the overall morning routine that culminates in the pet owner leaving for 8 hours, really can heighten the pet's anxiety. So by the time that they're heading out the door, the pet's already worked up. So learning to uncouple some of those cues. Maybe that means that they're picking up a Starbucks as opposed to setting off the coffee machine in the morning. Or maybe that means some days they're drying their hair, but some days they're turning the hair dryer on even when they're home watching TV. So pets don't associate that hair dryer noise with their owner's imminent departure. They can purchase things like Adaptil or dog appeasing pheromone. It comes in a spray or a diffuser, and that's a natural pheromone scent that pet owners can spray on their worn t-shirts and then placed in the crate. That tends to reduce overall levels of anxiety. The other thing again is just getting you in the house to play with the pup and becoming a familiar face before you have to pet sit the dog. And I'd rather see you come in for multiple visits during the course of the day than maybe one longer visit. Helping to break up that day for that pet can really reduce their anxiety too. So I hope that you've learned some new tips that you can take into the home to help out those pets that you're caring for. We're all trying to get through this difficult time. If you need any additional tricks or are looking for more information on keeping your pets healthy and happy, you can go visit us at petbutler.com/wellness guide or YouTube at Pet Butler. I look forward to meeting with you again. Take care.